What is stretching? Let's think of a rubber band. You have one end of the rubber band that you're pulling in these fingers. You have the other end of the rubber band you're pulling in these fingers. And you're pulling those 2 points further and further away from each other. And what's happening in between those 2 points? Stretching. So that is the concept that we're going to explore in the body today by moving into a very simple side stretch. The reason why this is super important is because we often think that in order for the body to actually stretch more, we need to physically take it to a deeper place, like move it to a deeper place. When we can be much more subtle by taking one end of the body, the other end of the body, and moving them further away from each other in a really subtle way. So I'm going to show you how we're doing that. So just coming into a cross-legged position, I like to have one foot in front of the other rather than my feet stacked on top of each other. Up to you. You might need a block for this. You might need a wall. See how you go. So sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to take my left hand down. I'm on my fingertips and I'm going to take my right arm up nice and long towards the ceiling. Now some of you, if the body is really, really tight and in a little bit of dysfunction, you might go, ooh, that's a good stretch. Okay? And if you do, you really need to go to yoga. If you do this and you feel nothing, that's usually pretty normal, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what we typically do to stretch the right side of the body, which is this, okay? And I'm kind of slumping, I'm exaggerating that slump, but you know, my body can go there. Most of us, we can go there, but what's happening is I've sort of stopped reaching with this arm, and I've definitely stopped anchoring down through this sitting bone. So as I'm down here, if I anchor through my right sitting bone, then I really actually need to lift up a little bit in order for me to feel like I'm grounded in my hips. So what essentially that we are doing is the rubber band stretching effect and concept. One end, which is one end of your body, the other end of the band, the other end of your body, pulling those 2 points away from each other further so that in between, that's where the effect occurs. Not just dumping the body down. And even if you still stay active, a lot of times you don't need to move the body that far to get a stretch. I would consider myself to be a very limber, very flexible person. I'm naturally inclined towards flexibility, but when I practice in this other way, I can still feel a stretch. So left hand out, right arm goes up. Now sending down, right arm, right fingers high, right bum cheek down low. Still not so much of a stretch. Okay, now let's add. I'm going to pull my left ribs in towards my belly button. And that is going to move my top arm over just a little bit. I'm going to push down my right sitting bone, my right bum cheek as I do that. I like to turn my head a little bit. So I'm going to squeeze in and I'm going to push right bum down, right fingertips over. Squeezing left ribs into the center. So I'm feeling a stretch now. I'm feeling that. I didn't have to do this to feel it. I can add that to enhance it, but I want to stay connected to my anchor points. Anchoring, this is one end of your rubber band. Anchoring, this is the other end of your rubber band. They're going further and further away from each other. So right hip down, right fingertips reach. And there, that's actually quite intense for me. I could definitely do this, and the intensity is gone. I could go here, whew, I can feel that because I'm drawing in the left side body, the ribs into the belly, and this creates expansion through the right side body. Reaching through. Right bum cheek down, and right fingers on. And I'm sweating a little bit already. So, try that in your practice. One end, the other end, take them apart. We do not always need to physically move the body into a position that would appear to be deeper in order to get a deeper stretch, a more therapeutic stretch, a better effect in the body. Try it in your yoga class, in your stretching, whatever you do to let the body feel a little bit more limber, give it a go, let me know, and I look forward to hearing how your experience is with this concept. Have a great day.